Happy birthday, buddy.
Thank you.
Sorry I wasn't there.
That's all right. We live a long ways apart, man.
All right, your birthday's on Christmas, so I got a present for you.
Thank you. I didn't expect you don't have to give me presents.
Yeah, this video is about your birthday and your Christmas present. Or not video, I said video. You know, this episode, whatever. I just am on mics with you and I'm going to give you your presents.
Okay.
But I do recognize that your non-official birthday is 10-4, good buddy. I recognize
10-4, good buddy.
I recognize that as well.
Yeah.
So before I give you, well, you know, how do I do this? Okay. Your presents are in two parts.
Okay.
The first part is, I'm just going to give you this. I'm going to talk a little bit first. Okay.
All right.
So I told you what happened to me at the bank the other day, right?
What happened to you at the bank?
So I went to the bank.
Oh my goodness, yes. You told me what happened.
Yeah. Do you want to go through this?
Let me just describe it from my end.
Yeah.
All right. I receive a text from you.
I'm pulling stuff out of a bag as you talk.
This happens with tremendous frequency in my life. You receive text from me. I receive text from you. I saw that it was an image. I was like, all right, I think I was just leaving a tennis match. They came in on the watch or whatever during the match. I'm like, oh, well, I'll catch that after. I go over, say goodbye to my opponent. First thing I do, open my notifications, and it's just a picture of some coins.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, well, I wonder if he knows what he's taking a picture of here, because I'm looking at those coins.
To be clear, you are my coin mentor. You know this about you, right?
Well, I think that might be a little strong.
You're my coin mentor. You know, we talked about things in the past and you were like, hey, coins are a cool thing. You kind of like get sorted by the sorting hat when you start getting older. You got bird watching, you got grilling, you got coins, and you're the coin guy.
I'm coin guy.
And I like learning about coins from you.
I picked it up young. I didn't even have to get old to
Really?
like coins. I like coins.
Okay, what picture did you get?
Okay, I got a picture of a bunch of 50-cent pieces.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, that's kind of a thing between us, even on this podcast. That's a thing. The whole idea being 50-50. The initial idea of the podcast is that this would be a little exercise in friendship and epistemology.
You what? There's a bathroom right there. Dude,
oh, thank you. Hang on just a second.
What is epistemology?
The philosophical category that is theories of knowledge.
Okay.
How we know things.
Okay.
You are very optimistic about the five senses and the scientific method. I am also very optimistic about that. Also, I probably spend a little more time in just the abstract, ones and zeros, classical philosophy. They're the same thing. You just get there different ways. It's like the old, Plato versus Aristotle. How do you know stuff kind of thing. So I think our tagline that we wrote at the beginning of the podcast was something like a rocket scientist from the deep south. And
no, a science guy.
A science guy.
I'm not allowed to say
That's
rocket.
right. Your mom made that. And she's right. It sounded tacky when I said it. You're right.
Arrogant.
Yeah. When I'm trying to talk you up, I do say rocket scientist, but I don't want you to get weird. So I'm
not allowed to say that.
Let's not say that. A science guy from the, how does it go?
Deep South.
And what do we call me?
It was the humanities guy from the Wild West.
Yeah, from the Wild West. That sounds pretty cool.
I think that's on the website, yeah.
And I don't even remember what it says after that. Like
nothing matters.
Like we get together and talk about things or who knows what. And so the idea was early on when we tried to get people to sign up to support the program on Patreon, our first dumb gimmick out of many dumb gimmicks was the 50-cent piece thing. And we did a special mailing and everything.
5050.com. It still exists.
Yeah.
And so we have no sponsors now. That's just the reality of the current situation. But the 5050.com, that was our gimmick we created to try to convince people to become patrons of the podcast. And we're grateful for everybody that's done that. But the way we did that is we went to the 5050.com, and you can spell it out the5050.com or the 5050.com.
So we covered all the bases.
We got them all.
What happens if you type the 50/50.com?
I think if it's a -50, I think it works.
That's porn.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I don't know.
Who knows? So, long story short, we made this website, and the deal was there's two links on the 5050.com, and you have to click one of the buttons, and the instructions are on the website. I won't belabor the point. Yeah, the instructions are right there. The 5050.com, you pick a link it's either the winner or the loser, but either
Mhm.
way, it's a blood oath covenant to support us on Patreon.
Right. That
Right.
was it.
So 50-cent pieces kind of have a special place in my heart.
Yes.
So I'm
This
at the,
program, our friendship.
yeah.
And when I saw your photo, I thought, thanks, man. We are pals. We've both been running pretty hard this year, doing big projects. Like, we check in a lot, but maybe not as much as past years. I mean, we've both had a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, you saw a 50-cent piece and you thought of me. That's good. Wait, what year is that? Wait, computer, enhance. Enhance. What year is that? Anyways, that was my experience. Now, what were we saying?
So basically, I went to the bank and I said, hey, I was just doing normal bank stuff. I was like, do y'all have anything weird? Like, what do you mean? Like I normally ask, like $2 bills, the little dollar gold coins or anything, just weird cash that I can give to the kids. And they're like, no, not really. We do have these 50-cent pieces over here, though, and they've been picked through already, but we got those. And I was like, 50-cent pieces? I was like, yeah, I mean, I guess my kids don't really know about 50 cents. Yeah. How many do you have? She's like, oh, we got like $150 or something. I was like, or maybe it was more than that. Yeah, it was $150. Maybe we got $150. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I need cash anyway. Can I just get like $50 and $50? That'd be interesting. And then my plan was to give they come in $10 rolls. I'd give a $10 roll to each of my children. They've been killing it lately. And I just gave them to the kids. Like, all right, here's the deal. This is three of my kids. This is a $10. You know what 50-cent pieces are? Yes, sir. Okay, great. Go to school and wreak havoc. And they're like, what? I was like, just like go make it weird.
I'm also like, what?
Just like use these 50-cent pieces to buy a place in the minds of other people in your school. Just like be the weird kid that has 50-cent pieces. Just go have fun.
Okay.
Buy some candy from somebody.
Assume the role normally assumed by uncles.
Yeah.
But with your peers.
Exactly.
Okay.
And so they did that. They went to school and they started doing that. My wife and I are in the car and we wanted coffee. We went to the coffee shop and I said, hey, I got these 50-cent pieces to my wife. It's, the rare moment where you and your wife are in the car alone and you're like, this almost feels like a date. So I said, do you want to get some coffee? Yeah. I said, what should I do with these 50-cent pieces? She said, I don't know, tip the guy in 50-cent pieces. That'd be funny. I was like, okay, cool. Opened up the roll, poured it into my hand, and I hear this.
I know what that sound is.
It clinks different.
It clinks different.
And I've been thinking a lot about metal as part of my research. And I'm like, okay, I know what normal zinc or whatever 50
garbage alloy.
Yeah, covering copper core sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like this. So it's weird.
No, hold on. I got to come over and help you. You need two hands.
Yeah, I dropped one right there.
All right, I'm getting it. All right. I'm off mic.
Okay.
Which one is which?
This is that one. Yeah.
Okay.
That one goes here.
All right. Let me first clink into your hand. These are alloy?
These are, normal 50-cent pieces.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay. And then this is what happened. It sounds different. It's different. And so I opened that roll.
You really recognize that by sound? That was your first tip off?
It wasn't sound, it was vibration in my hand. And so as soon as I did that, I said, whoa, wait, what? She's like, what? And I was like, okay, and I opened it up and I looked at the years, and every one, I'd say 75% of them in that roll were 1964.
And you know what that means?
I did not know what that means. So I took a picture immediately and I pull out Google, guy still making coffee. And I said, is a 1964 $50 silver? And the answer was yes.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, what is happening? I looked down at my hand and I said, how much is a 1964 $50 worth? And the answer's at that moment, many weeks ago, was like $20.
Uh-huh.
And I started counting. I was like,
and to be clear, the reason you felt compelled right now talking with me to say many weeks ago is because something has happened with silver in the ensuing weeks.
silver shot through the roof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All-time highs every day.
It's crazy. And so I was looking at this and I was like, oh, there's been a huge mistake. The lady at the bank said these been picked through. And so I didn't know what to do. And so I was like, there's no way all those are silver. And
maybe it was just being picked through by somebody who had a zinc deficiency, was going to melt it down, grind it up, and just make it into pills or something.
So what do you do in that situation? So here's what I did. I did not tip the person in these because I didn't know what was going on.
Oh, well, Reddit made it very clear nobody wants my silver coin tip anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Like that silver coin tip I proposed 5 years ago that was worth $18, as we're speaking today, is worth 85. But, you know, I guess I'm a bad guy for leaving that tip for a coffee.
Oh, you're talking about you left the tip with silver and somebody on Reddit told you that you were a loser?
Yes,
Whatever. So I looked at Tara and I said...
Well, wait a minute. You asked me what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on. Let me think about that. I want to answer this very honestly. How many? Are we talking like 5 that you had in your hand?
I bought $50.
And most of them were 1964s?
At that moment in time, I unrolled... So I had 3 rolls, and my kids had 3 rolls or something like that. Long story short, I had a couple of rolls, and about 75% of the roll in my hand was silver. 90% silver, which is 1964.
Dead honest answer?
Yeah.
We can delete it if you don't like it?
Mm-hmm.
If I'm some guy, I went to the bank, I bought legal tender with legal tender, we made an exchange. This is money that's in circulation. It's not like this is a gold Tiberius coin from, you know, whenever. It's not even like this is a gold buffalo that is worth $4,500 but has a face value of 50. It's just a 50-cent piece. Like, you could still theoretically get this at a store for change. It's just change. It's just normal money. You went and said, I have these denominations. I'd like to turn them into these denominations. And they just gave you whatever they had.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm some normal guy, I just thank God and move on. It's that simple.
No, it's far more complicated. I went back to the bank.
However, if I'm a person on the internet with a reputation and that could be misconstrued, I think I would go way above and beyond to just make extra sure that this wasn't a situation where I got some preferential treatment from somebody who likes my thing.
Don't misunderstand me, Whitman. I went back to the bank to see if they had more 50-cent pieces.
Oh, you didn't go back to turn them
in? So I just moseyed my little butt home, dropped my little bride off, and I'm like, hey, I'll be right back, my lady. Went right back. It was going to be this
ethical conundrum.
Well, I went right back to the bank and I said, hey, do you have any more of those 50-cent pieces? Yeah, we got $100. I was like, all of them, please. Like, great. Have a good day, Destin. I'm like, have a good day. And so I went right back home and I opened them up one at a time. I was like, oh.
Same thing.
So I would say about 50% of them were some form of silver. And I'm going to put the coolest. So a lot of them were like this, which is just a stack. You see these? I 3D printed these.
It's a nice print.
It's a cylinder.
That's really clean. What'd you print this on?
A Prusa XL. Yeah.
It's lovely.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice print. Nice design.
That's $10 there.
Wait a minute. Why did you leave these little slits in the side instead of just making it like so it looks like a cap to a 2-liter bottle kind of, but with no threading. But I noticed that you left a hole in the bottom. You know, it's just a little opening and then you left slits on the side. What was the thinking there?
So this is version 1. You'll notice I can't get them out.
Oh.
So I have to do that. And so version 2, I put a hole in the bottom so I could just push them out with my finger. And then I was like, I also want to see if there's anything inside, kind of like an AR-15 magazine, if you want to see if the bullets are in it.
Yeah. Okay, so these are not ventilation to let them, let air move. Well, yeah, I just mean...
No.
You know, like a board game box.
No. That's just, I wanted to see what was in it.
Okay, nice print. So what I have here, these are the normals.
Yeah, those are the normals.
And so our years on these are going to be, 74. So these are all post 1964.
Yeah. So 1964 was 90% silver, and then they switched over to like, I forget what it is, 40% silver for several years up until the end of up into the 70s.
Yes, and they had some silver content before 64 as well.
Correct.
It's just that 64 was the year
After
they just put a bunch of silver in it.
well, JFK was assassinated in 63, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is
that's
that why?
That's a Kennedy $50. I don't know. Maybe it is. I don't know the answer to that. So put those back in that tube, please.
Okay.
And then I'm going to hand you the silvers because they're just amazing to hold. So all in all, there was about, I would say 40% of the hoard, as we call it, was some kind of silver coin.
They just look so different, man.
They look so different.
I mean, Kennedy's face, I'm tilting it around in the light right now. I have to work so much harder to make out Kennedy's features on the garbage alloy, the post 64. Like most of those look like they were 74 to 84 in range. It's just a cleaner coin. I mean, I can see the details in his hair
Exactly.
on this. It's beautiful.
It almost looks like a proof. So after...
Almost.
It's not a proof, but
What's a proof?
you're the coin guy. I'm not going to take that from you. What's a proof?
You know, okay, this is what I understand a proof to be. A proof is like, like proof of concept. It's like, this is the maximum perfection of what this coin design is meant to be. Obviously, we cannot mass produce it like this. This level of detail will get scraped down in circulation very quickly. It's like casting pearls before swine to circulate a coin of such beauty and perfection. But we made it this beautiful. And if you want to buy the most beautiful expression of any given coin, proofs are available.
Yeah, proofs are an engineering and manufacturing marvel because they polish the die, and when they stamp it, when they mint it, it's just gorgeous. It's a fascinating thing.
Somebody sent me one for no reason a couple months ago.
A proof?
Yeah. I think it's somebody who listens to this and to 10-Minute Bible Hour.
Well, go ahead and thank them.
Thank you. I hope you got my card, which was meant to convey, dude, what? And dude, thank you. Yeah, that I have that sitting in a very special place. And you look at that coin, I think it's a Walking Liberty silver. It's just so much prettier than what you ever see otherwise. Yeah, proofs are really neat, but I don't know how they're made. So that's news to me.
I'm going to hand you this cylinder, this 3D printed cylinder, and these represent the best 10 coins that I found, okay, in the whole lot.
These aren't them?
Those are gorgeous.
These are gorgeous. Listen to that. Yeah, there's like a vibration in the middle of the coin that is different.
I think it's the speed of sound in the coin.
Seriously?
Well,
what do you mean?
So when you hand me one of those over there. So this is what I genuinely think it is. In this coin, there's copper. And is it zinc on the outside?
It's not just zinc, but
it's some alloy. So the speed of sound, meaning the vibration in the material, changes based on the density of the material. The sound speed equation is a function of the density of the material.
Okay,
there's
sure.
There's an actual equation for it.
Yeah.
And so what's interesting is when you get like a monolithic alloy all the way through, that's not monoelemental. I think that's a word. That's an alloy, a specific amalgam of two different metals.
But the whole, it's mixed. So the whole thing is that alloy.
It's homogeneous.
Whatever we call that, like brass.
Yeah, exactly. And so this is actually what I'm doing my paper on that I'll talk to you about later.
Okay. So brass is not a real metal.
Yeah.
But it has a name.
Correct.
And it's a substance
copper
that we can
and tin,
discern.
It's copper and tin, right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. If you have 95% copper and 5% tin, that's called gilding metal. Yeah, it's a whole thing. I went down...
Gilding metal, like Gilded Age, like we put this over the top of something else to make it look better?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
If you have 90% copper and 10% metal, it has a different name. Like all these different alloys have different names.
90% copper, 10% tin?
Forgive me, yes.
Okay.
I mixed that up. Yeah, I'm in deep in my head. Thank you.
And you don't know what that one's called?
No.
Or what it would be used for?
I mean, I think it's it's used for jackets on bullets. Is what it's used for.
Huh.
And I'm trying to remember which one's gilding metal and which one's. There's another term that I forget.
So is FMJ 90 copper, 10 tin?
Not all the time. What you just asked, I'm literally working on my PhD on that. So it's very complicated.
We're gonna have to pass the PhD to find out what's in it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just called the company.
Or you could do it that way.
This roll I have in my hand represents what I think are some of the most interesting coins that were in the lot.
Okay, these are not as well, these have got. All right, let's clink them out.
Not as clinky. Pure. Yeah, I see why I reprinted it.
Yeah, I had trouble getting them out of that version 1. Okay, what do we have here?
It's a Franklin. Or
no, this is not. This is it's really worn down. I'm having trouble.
Yeah, pretty old.
It's
Walking Liberty.
19. Is that a 43?
Yeah.
So that is a Walking Liberty then.
Mm-hmm.
Her robe is just completely, like, she's just worn down. She almost looks like a tree.
Yeah, they were all circulated.
I mean, that's getting on 100 years old.
So as this happened, and I'm sitting here with all these coins, I call my wife. I was like, okay, she said these have been picked through, but there's silver in here.
And these from the 40s. Yeah. Do you know off the top of your head what the content?
No, I don't. No, I'm talking about the whole thing, all the 50-cent pieces I got. So as I'm unrolling them and I'm seeing that there's a lot of silver in here, I kind of freak out a little bit. And I said, this doesn't feel right. This feels like somebody's grandma took this to the bank and turned them in just for money. I feel like I'm taking money from somebody's grandma or somebody's grandson.
No, or somebody died. Somebody had to clean out an entire house. That's a very hard thing if you've never been through it. And after a few days, you get worn down. You have to do this thing where you're like, if we don't start getting rid of things, this will never work. So wave 1 of cleaning out somebody's house when you love them is we got to get rid of things. And then you get done and 1% of things is gone. And emotionally, you just can't let go of the rest. And wave 2 and wave 3 happen. And eventually somebody says the hard thing in the room, which is, hey, would Grandpa have wanted us to keep all this stuff? What would he say right now if he were here doing this? He'd laugh at us. We got to get rid of this stuff, guys. So he kept every single coin, all those quarters, all those 50-cent pieces. Go turn that into money we can spend. Take it to the bank and just put it in the family account. We'll use that to help pay for services.
Exactly.
And they take and they drop it off. And that's how this happens. That is my theory.
So there's a whole community online about this. It's like Coin Roller Hunters or something like that. It's a subreddit, CRH. What'd you just see? You whistled. What was that?
Sorry, I didn't. I was listening. Yeah, I just got to the Franklin.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, you can still see the crack in the Liberty Bell on the reverse and then the obverse. Just a lovely Franklin in profile. No bifocals on him. They unglassed him. That's a 61?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
So
yeah, it's a 61.
So Tara and I had a conversation and we're like, all right, this feels like a test from God. Direct quote. I said, this feels like a test from God. And I talked to a lot of people and they're like, dude, just be thankful and be happy and just move on. I was like, I cannot. I cannot.
How does one pass such a test if it were that?
I don't know that it was that. But what I did is, this was over the weekend or whatever. And so I went back to the bank and I found the lady that gave them to me. And I said, hey, because Tara called the bank. And she's like, I'm going to call the bank and just tell them that we found some silver in there. So called the bank and said, there's some silver in there. If some old lady calls, we got it. And so finally I was like, no, they need to understand. And so I went physically to the bank and I looked at the lady and I was like, hey, we need to talk. I said, okay, so you know all those 50-cent pieces? And she looks at me, she goes, were they all silver? I was like, no, they weren't all silver, but there was a lot of silver. And she said, congratulations. And I said, no. Like, we need to find who this was from. And she said, no, we don't. We have no idea who brought that in. We have no idea where it came in. We have multiple branches. We have no idea where that came from. Congratulations. I was like, do you want me to give it to you? Like, what do you want me to? She's like, this
scratch.
Yeah. She's
and
like,
then lations.
This is banking. That money is in circulation. Congratulations. And I was like, okay. And I felt a lightness leave my body. You know, it's like I felt guilty this whole time but then I felt better. That was a long story.
Because it's in circulation is the key.
Yes.
If somebody accidentally mixed a couple of Trajan, Vespasian, and Tiberian gold in with a bunch of dimes, they're gold pieces from the golden age of the Roman Empire, 1st century AD, that look and feel just like a dime, except they're gold. Similar weight, similar size. I can't imagine a scenario where you'd pop open a tube of dimes and there'd be, a Roman Empire gold in there. But if there was, the value of that is ludicrous. Like you have to take it back. I don't know. Do you take out an ad? You're like, I found a coin that I shouldn't have found. If you banked here on these days, send me a description of what the coin should have been and we can talk. That's different. It's been out of circulation for 2,000 years. She's right. These are in circulation. And the fact that you tried, I think that was very thoughtful of you.
Well, it was a combination effort of myself and my wife. We strive to be incredibly high integrity people, even when people aren't watching. And I know you do that too.
Keeping this without taking it back would not have been a low integrity move. But I think it's cool that you, look, a low integrity teller would have been like, oh, I think I know who that was. Sure, we'll buy him back. And she goes and pulls $150 out of her purse and she takes them. I mean, there's all kinds of ways to handle it wrong. There were all kinds of opportunities to handle it wrong, but
okay,
here we are.
Here we are. That's your birthday and your Christmas present. You're not getting Roman gold. Don't get excited. But, okay. So you don't have, this is what I want to do. I'm just going to put them out here on the table. I have old coins that I got for you for your birthday. This is the most I've ever spent on you for your birthday.
I'm uncomfortable. I literally got you a little vial of magnetic stuff that would be a cute desk toy.
But I knew that we could...
And earbuds I forgot to bring you.
Let's be real. I knew we could make content out of this. So what I want to do is I am looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coins.
Okay.
And for your birthday and Christmas, what I want you to do is I want you to just tell me about these coins. And there's a lot of them, so you can't spend a lot of time on it. I know you're going to want to talk forever about this. I need one of these back because I want to have an old coin. Okay, I need one of these back.
So you just gave me a moral example of you recognizing the value of a coin and doing the right thing by giving the most valuable thing back to the bank. So you're needing me I need to figure out what the good one is.
No.
I need to bounce that one back.
No. I'm just going to tell you, I want one of,
don't tell me what they are.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what they are. So what I thought would be really fun is I know you like coins. I know you like old coins. So I went to Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Of course.
Actually, Sevierville, Tennessee.
That's where you go for all your coin needs.
It is. So down in the basement of Smoky Mountain Knife Works, there is an establishment. Let's see if I got the name of it. It's called the Smoky Mountain Relic Room.
Oh, I love that.
Have you ever been there?
No, but I love that.
You would love it. You would absolutely love it. So what I did is I took the liberty of converting some of the Patreon support into some coins.
Well played.
Okay. And what we're going to do is...
Is that to make me feel less guilty, framing it that way, so I won't feel as bad for giving you a desk toy about magnetism?
No, I wasn't able to use the actual No Dumb Questions money for this because I didn't have a card, but I'm just going to say it that way so that you don't feel weird about what's about to happen. So here's the deal. I thought it would be really cool for you to have a coin from a bunch of different periods in time because I know you like history. And I thought you like time travel tokens. Like you talk about time travel tokens all the way. So I thought I would literally give you these tokens from time travel. Okay. But I'm going to do it in a weird way. Okay. So I'm going to start with, okay, let me think. We're going to go here first. This is your Christmas present. Let me just do these right here. I'm going to give you 2 coins at the same time. Okay, here, putting them in your hand.
Oh, I know these. Okay. Well, I know the one in my right hand.
What is it?
It's a later Byzantine, I don't know what they call the coin, but it's just standard issue. This isn't silver, gold.
It's like, is it bronze? What is it?
It's probably bronze. It looks like bronze to me. I mean, it's newer than a lot of the really ancient bronzes.
So I know you like church.
This is like turn of the millennium. Well, maybe I can tell who that is.
I know you like church history, and I thought, how cool would it be to give you a bunch of coins from a bunch of different periods of church history? That's what I was thinking.
Amazing.
So what do you have there?
I don't know. I don't have a date on it yet, but it's Byzantine. I mean, it's well worn, so but you can see. Well, it looks like there's a chi and a rho, which is the symbol of Christ. The two Greek letters. It's hard to tell what's going on right here in the middle.
So he said on that particular coin. Can I hold it for just a second?
Yeah.
He said on that particular coin, there's a thing on it, the KYZ. He said that somehow represented the impression I got was that similar to SPQR in Roman times.
Yeah, representing Byzantium.
Yeah, so he said that KYZ meant something with Byzantium. I don't know.
Do you know what he means when he says Byzantium?
No, I don't.
So, you know the song. Istanbul.
It's Constantinople, now it's Istanbul. The Constantinople is a long time gone. Constantinople, nobody's business but the Turks.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
No,
they might be giants. Yeah.
The ancient name of modern day Istanbul is not Constantinople. Constantinople was a replacement name as well from the early 4th century. Byzantium was the ancient name of the town. Byzantium was an old Phrygian, Lydian town, Greek-ish, but also kind of pre-Greek. And it sat right there at the pinch point between Europe and Asia. And it became a great place to move the Roman capital. So Constantine moved the capital there in the early 300s AD, renamed it after himself. So the name of the Roman Empire, after it morphed east, no longer capitaled in Rome, gradually became the Byzantine Empire, as it went from being a primarily Latin-speaking empire to a Greek-speaking empire. So that's why you're getting Greek symbols on a Roman coin. And by the time this coin was issued, it was all Greek, which means it was post-Justinian. Justinian was the last kind of Latin emperor who ruled.
And that's a pretty cheap coin. I think I paid less than $10 for that, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, basically, old school bronze coins are cheap but awesome.
One of those I paid $2 for. One of them I paid $8 for.
I love it.
Yeah.
There's an emperor here who is holding a cross in one hand, like a cross scepter. And it looks like maybe he's holding the globe in the other hand. You've seen that in like medieval representations of kings. It's a scepter and orb. A sign of power and a sign of dominion over spiritual things and temporal things.
What's the other coin?
I can't make out whose name it is, but the name of the emperor is still on it. I just can't tell what it is.
Anyway.
That's rad.
Now you have two cool coins from the Byzantine Empire.
This one, it's harder to make out what's going on here.
It's a bronze coin.
It's a bronze coin. It's smaller. Yeah, third the size of the other.
It says on there, what does it say on there, that the handwriting that
they wrote the first Christian empire on it. That's interesting. That's somebody with a high view of the Eastern Empire as opposed to the West.
Oh,
so this is someone whose sympathies are with the Orthodox, not the Catholics. A Catholic wouldn't write that.
Interesting.
Byzantine Christian. Dude, these are amazing.
Okay, put them down. Moving on. We're moving on. Okay, now we're going to go to, I'm looking at my dates. This is fun, right?
Yes,
it's really fun.
This is so fun.
Okay, we're going to move on to this one. You're not going to have a clue. This says Roman coin circa 1st through 4th century, dug from the River Thames in England. I paid $6 for that.
Well, let's see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's a tough one. Okay.
Yeah, you can't see anything on that.
I mean, 1st to 4th century. I mean, it was dug from the River Thames. That's why it's in complete garbage situation. Not a lot of gold left in Roman Britain. Do you know who made Roman Britain?
No.
He wrote a book about it. After the New Testament, it's the most copied, or last I checked, it was the most copied ancient book, with the earliest and most copied manuscript support behind it.
No, I don't have it.
Julius Caesar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wrote a book about his campaigns in Britain fighting against the Celts.
Oh, is this where that famous battle where he built a wall around himself and he was in the donut and he was fighting inside and outside? There's That was somewhere
I mean,
else.
is that fighting Boudica?
I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. I just got your coins.
Dude, it's
Yes.
awesome. So, this is somewhere maybe 100 years after Caesar had set up shop there. So you went to Bath.
Yeah.
Well, that's Roman Britain.
That's cool.
I mean, this was the coinage they paid for stuff like that with.
Like the cost of these coins at this place seemed incredibly reasonable to me.
Yeah.
How much was that? $6?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, we're moving on. Those were your Christmas presents.
These are amazing Christmas presents.
Okay, we're moving on to birthday present.
All right.
Okay, so...
And well labeled. Dug from the River Thames. That's awesome.
Oh, dude. Okay, those are just in normal cardboard like squares with circles in them.
Lovely.
The labels of the ones I'm about to show you are nice. Nice. The coins we just looked at, you made comments about Franklin and Kennedy on the coins, right?
Yeah.
Franklin wasn't a king. Kennedy wasn't a king. Kennedy was a ruler for like 4 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I didn't know when I was sitting there at the Smoky Mountain Relic Room, I went up to the guy. I was like, hey, I got a buddy. He really likes coins and he really likes history and he likes church history and he likes Rome. What you got? And the guy was cool and he's like, I don't know. Let me go get the guy. He goes and gets a guy, brings him back, and the guy has a necklace on with a coin in it, a Roman coin. I was like, okay, this is my guy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy. I was like, all right, here's the deal. And I described you. And I was like, I want something that he'll enjoy, but I also want to try to pick a spot in the Roman era and like draw a line, like,
Dude.
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I just want to draw, like, I know you got a couple of old coins, but what I want is like, I want to go somewhere in the Roman Empire. Like, let's go to 1960 to 1980 equivalent. You know what I'm saying? Like in American coins. Let's go to 1960, 1980. And I want to give him a complete set from there to there so he can like draw a number line of coins.
Yeah.
Because I thought it'd be really cool if you had coins that covered all of history.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Not the way you just articulated it, but yes.
I looked at all the coins and I found a little gap. And I think, let's see, let me look at my dates here. I'm going to give you the newest coin first. It's right here. This is a little more expensive. Roman coin. Your body language just changed. Did you feel it?
I'm excited.
Philip the First, 247 AD. Look at that.
Wow.
What is it? I don't know what it is, Matt. I don't know what I got you.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's actually not the newest one. That's the second newest one. But what?
I mean, it's just a beautiful strike.
But
okay.
I have no idea.
Use my word.
The third chair and I have no idea what's going on
I'm
right
sorry. Look, you have to allow for a bit of emotion time. I'm not a coin robot. I'm going to take this out. What I'm looking at here is about between the size of a dime and a nickel, but it's a very skinny coin. It's a flat stamp. On the back.
So to be clear, I looked at this case and he had like 20 of these coins and I looked through them till I got the one that had the cleanest strike.
Yeah, this is gorgeous. Excellent taste. I mean, this is gorgeous.
What is it? What would I buy with that?
What would this get you?
Yeah, give me the little words.
While the description?
Yeah, I'm going to look at the description. So I'm going to read while you just look because your brain's clearly overloaded.
Well, this strike is gorgeous. So this is Philip the Arab. And he...
It says 247 AD.
Yeah, he mucked it up with... I'm not sure. I might misspeak.
I'm just going to read
it. He campaigned in the East.
It says, Philip the Arab, Roman emperor from 244 to 249. So that's like 5 years, man. He was born in Orontius, Arabia, in a city situated in modern-day Syria.
Oh my goodness.
After the death of Gordian III in February 244, Philip, who had been a Praetorian prefect, achieved power. He quickly negotiated peace with the Persian Sassanid Empire and returned to Rome to be confirmed by the Senate.
There you go.
During his reign, the city of Rome celebrated its millennium. Oh, interesting.
How about that?
Okay, cool. Put that up.
Okay, so here's what you need to know about this. First of all, the amount of shaving on the side is very little. Like, it's round, which is pretty impressive of a coin from this age. Also, note this. That is an original, that's strike damage.
Yeah,
Right
where
there.
it smushes out.
You can see a crack in the coin. That crack is not a defect. That is a marker of being original.
Authenticity.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay.
So if you're going to shave it, if this coin had been scammed, so this was held. Somebody thought this was precious and didn't circulate it relatively early in its life. That is...
Do you know how I know that, Whitman?
How?
Because of what I'm doing for my research. The Johnson-Cook constitutive model for metal damage,
Continue.
you can insert fracture damage. And so when I looked at that, I was like, this piece of silver was put between two plates and struck, and it was struck at such a rate or in such a way that it squished and fractured. There's a term called coining,
Mm-hmm.
where a ductile or a squishy metal will flow,
Mm-hmm.
but if you try to flow it too fast, it will fracture, and you can see the fracture damage on the perimeter of that.
Yes, you can.
And my brain went to such amazing places thinking about this. Anyway, all right, you got to put that up, man.
You understand how this works. That's a vulnerability. So if this gets circulated heavily, that little nick is exposed. It's going to chip down. So this was held. This was treated as something very precious, and it is. Thank you. That's a gorgeous coin.
I would like you to lay the coins out in date arrow,
Okay,
please.
you got it.
To include your Byzantine ones. No, you don't have to face me. Just face you. These are
Care
yours.
the time range on these. I'm going to guess much later because I don't recognize the emperor, and I don't know later Byzantine emperors very well. And I'm going to guess early on the Roman coin, or on the...
Okay, this is
Roman
the
Britain
coin that
coin.
the young man had in his little necklace. It's called a Diocletian. And
Wow.
It's an older one. It's a Roman coin, desert patina. Here, I'm just going to let you look at it. And then take the coin out and give me the card.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Wow.
Take the coin out and give me
Okay,
the card. Do it.
Let me gawk.
Isn't this fun?
Yes, this is fun, but you have to give me a second, dude.
No, dude. You have to know everything instantly.
But I don't.
Okay, so I'm going to read
There you
it while
go.
you look at it. It says, okay,
Okay, Diocletian, something to know about him on the front end. He killed people like us.
why?
He killed Christians.
Really?
Yeah, but he's not totally a bad guy. Yeah, it was bad that he killed Christians. and I'm
Diocletian is
against
the
that.
name of a person?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it was just the coin name.
No,
okay.
Diocletian is an emperor right before Constantine. So very, very late 200s into the early 300s. He actually stabilized. He was a pretty good administrator, but he got sideways with Christians a little bit. But this desert patina. Okay, you read the thing.
Desert Patina Diocletian, November 20th, 284 to March 1st, 305. So that's like a 20-year range there. It's got a lot of stuff on there I don't understand. It's like Roman numerals and stuff. And it says radiate, draped, coruscant bust right,
Mm-hmm.
emperor standing right, receiving victory on globe from Jupiter, standing left, holding scepter.
Okay.
So it doesn't say, okay. Caius Aurelius Valerius Diocletianus was a man of humble birth who rose through the Roman military ranks on pure talent. Becoming emperor after the assassination of Carinus, Diocletian introduced many reforms that prolonged the life of the empire, which was on the verge of total collapse before his reign. These reforms, however, eliminated most personal freedoms and turned much of the population into hereditary serfs.
Yeah, so there was that.
But
Like I said,
but he preserved
competent
the-
administrator.
But he preserved the empire.
Yeah, and then it moved east just a few years later. So this desert patina, I have not heard it called that. I just learned something new about coins. Yeah, it looks like the desert. I mean, you can tell it's a silver coin, but it's not muddy. It's just aged to look like it's come out of really like clay, like a light clay. And if you washed this to clean it up, it would lose a whole bunch of value.
Oh,
Once
really?
it's patinaed, you leave it patinaed. You don't clean it.
I got that one because I thought it was less silver content. Just like the 64s had 90% silver and like this, whatever, the 68s had 40% silver. I thought that one had less silver content based on what you taught me. I don't know if that's true or not.
I would assume that it does have less silver content. I think this had at least a silver wash because I can see some silver on it. So a silver wash is like a dip
Mhm.
in liquid silver.
Mhm.
So it's an imprecise silver content when you do a silver wash. It's hard to say how much stuck on there or how the person who did it tilted the coin. I don't know.
Okay, moving
So
on.
I don't know what's on there, but I know that is a beautiful coin.
Okay, so I don't know. You just take this coin out. Tell me what it is. Take it out and explain it.
Okay, I'll talk about it faster, I promise.
Well, you take it out and then I'll read. You just kind of get the, what does it say on the front?
Julia Augusta. And
it's a silver coin, right?
Yeah. I don't know who Julia Augusta would be in 196 to 211 AD. I mean, Julia Augusta is like from the era of Caesar Augustus, but that's like 200 years. Oh, that's beautiful.
This is called Livia Drusilla, 30 January 59 BC to 28 September 29.
Okay.
Julia Augusta was a Roman empress. Oh, yeah, that's what he said. The guy said, hey, this one's cool because it's got a lady on it.
Yeah.
Julia Augusta was a Roman empress from 27 BC to AD 14. So she was alive
Caesar
when
Augustus
Jesus was born.
Wife. And Drusilla was
She
a
was
super
the
popular
wife-
name right then.
The wife of Emperor Augustus. She was known as Julia Augusta after her formal adoption into the Julian family in AD 14. Livia was the daughter of Senator Marcus Livius Drusus Claudianus and his wife Alphidia.
I didn't know that.
But it says this coin, so she was from the time of Christ, but this coin is from 196 to 211 AD.
Okay, so that makes more sense because Drusilla was a hot name, give or take 30 years from the time of Christ. There's a Drusilla in the Bible because this was a popular name at Roman court at the time. But it's just beautiful. I mean, you can see her features. You can almost tell things about her personality because it's so well preserved.
Put it on your number line.
Dude, this is
the coolest, right?
A ridiculous exercise.
It's so cool. All right, next to last coin.
I can't believe I gave you a big mouth Billy Bass.
You didn't.
But what if I did?
You didn't. You gave me a bottle of ferrofluid, which was cool, with a magnet.
Yep.
It was really cool. Okay, this is next to last. The strike on this blew my mind. This.
Okay, to be clear, I've only felt that way 3 or 4 times with a coin that I've picked up from the ancient world. So those standards are very high. This one is right there. You're Philip the Arab.
Okay, so you know
phenomenal.
You know what you said about that JFK coin earlier?
Yeah.
You said I could see his hair?
Yeah.
Look at this coin.
Oh my. This is the guy who died and Philip the Arab took over.
Yeah. So that goes next to the other coin. That one, that's the most expensive coin there.
This is Gordian III.
So it's a $125 coin.
It is.
It's expensive, but I thought this would be worth it. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, patrons of the podcast.
Yes.
Thank you, patrons.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. First of all, the reverse on this is different than anything else I've seen. The detail is great. I don't think that's Jupiter on the back of this one. It looks like an angel. I can't tell, but I don't think it's Jupiter.
Okay. So it says, this is a Roman coin, a Gordian III. Is that the emperor? What is that? What am I saying when I say that?
Yeah, he's an emperor. Gordian III.
Gordian III.
Mid-3rd century emperor.
This is 240 to 241 AD. So this nails it down to like a 2-year period.
Yeah.
Okay, the type is silver Antoninus. I'm sorry, dude. Antoninus.
Great. Nope, that gets the point across.
The god on the back is victory.
Okay.
The front, radiant draped bust, facing right. Back, victory, standing left, holding shield, set captive at feet and palm. And then it says the inscription on there. And then here's the data. Marcus Antonius Gordianus, 225 to 244 AD. Gordian III was a Roman emperor from 238 to 244. At the age of 13, he became the youngest sole emperor of the United Roman Empire. Son of Antonia Gordiana and Julius Balbus, who died before 238. Very little is known of his early life before his acclamation. I just thought that was a beautiful coin because you can actually see his hair.
This is beyond a coin. This is like having a sculpture, a relief of an emperor from the time of that emperor.
It's nuts.
The depth on this is amazing. And the detail on his crown, the crown looks like the crown of the Nazgul. It's just a ring.
Yeah,
sitting,
with spikes.
Yeah, and he's wearing it way back like a kid used to would wear their hats in the 90s when the bill would point straight up, and then it's just spikes coming off of it. It looks like a very dangerous crown.
So do you understand what was going through my mind as I'm sitting there standing in the Smoky Mountain Relic Room looking at this stuff, being like, there's no way this is in Sevierville, Tennessee, and everybody's just walking around buying knives. I was like, this is amazing. And the young man was so kind to me.
How so?
He just took time with me, and he could tell I was excited about eventually you being excited.
You were right.
We've got one more coin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I don't know. He was just a really kind guy. I forgot his name. He might have written his name on here. Because he said every coin they sell, clerk. Oh, his name. Okay, the clerks that helped me. One of his names was Augustus. I kid you not. Look at that. Clerk Augustus. And the other guy's name was Jacob. And Jacob was the one that was so kind to me.
Huh.
Yeah. Go to the Smoky Mountain Relic Room in the basement of Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Sevierville, Tennessee. Talk to Jacob. It's a good time. And they had whatever era you wanted. They had stuff from Persia. They had stuff. They may not have had things
The
from
Persia stuff doesn't look like anything. When coins get that old and that beat up, you just hold the metal and think, who held this? It's so old. These coins are like having a sculpture, like I just said, of that emperor from the time of the emperor that you can hold. It's a work of art that you can still have, and it's functional. All these coins were fully tradable until the Napoleonic era.
like in the 1700s?
1800s.
What?
Yeah. These coins, well, maybe not the Byzantines. I think that, these little chunks of bronze, maybe not so much, but the Roman silver for sure. And people would have known who that was.
Which is interesting because I went to the bank and got old coins and they were still in circulation.
Why were they valuable? The coins that you got?
Because they were backed by the United States of America. So that's answer number one.
Good.
They were worth 50 cents, a half of an American dollar.
Why does that make them valuable, that they're backed by the government? Why does the backing of the government make a coin minted in 1964 instantly valuable to you now?
Because of it's fiat currency. Everybody respects it. But then there's the non-fiat answer, which is there's actual metal there. So it's interesting. So,
and if there's a third reason, it's that in the process of putting their stamp of approval on that coin, the government also stamped it in time. It's an authenticity stamp. So we know that that particular coin issued in 1964 by that particular government is made of silver. So when you see it, you know. So the stamp is sort of like a certification at the same time. So it's not just the vouch of the government, it's also the certificate of authenticity.
I've got the last coin here. And so you've got your water bottle all the way there to the left on your timeline. You're going to have to move it because this is going to go there.
I have moved it.
Just like you said, there's a sweet spot in there in like the 200 to 300 AD. Those coins look the coolest, I would say. Would you agree?
Yeah. I mean, they're not watered down, or if they are, I mean, I don't know the silver content, but that's a lot of silver in those four.
They're like the size of an American dime. So when you say a lot of silver, they're much smaller than the 50-cent pieces we were looking at earlier.
A couple of these are nickel size, but much skinnier.
Yeah. So this coin, just like you said, when you get to a certain point, you're just kind of holding the thing and you're like, I trust that this is what it is. And that's what this is. I paid $15 for this. It says this is a widow's mite.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what that is. That's a Judean pruta, and it's going to date to the Maccabean era. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's just beat to garbage.
Do you have one of those?
I do. That's just the neatest thing. So you tell me, why did widow's mite cause you to crane your neck at this coin?
Because of the story in the Bible.
Which is?
Which all the people were going into the temple and they were throwing their money into the pot there for the temple. And a lady came in and put a widow's mite in there, which is all she had. Or was it multiple widow's mites? I don't remember the actual story.
I think she just had a widow's mite.
And she put that in there, and Jesus said, verily I say to you that she's put more than anybody else. Can I have the card while you look at the coin?
Yeah, for sure.
Is it made of anything? It looks like it was like a rock or something. I can't read.
I mean, this is absolute garbage metal, but it is in keeping with your story. What's the garbagiest coin? From the Hasmonean dynasty. That's the era we're talking about.
Hasmonean dynasty. Okay.
So Hanukkah celebrates the creation of the dynasty that made this coin.
Oh.
There was a Jewish kingdom that people, if you're not Jewish, you forget this kingdom existed from roughly 164 to 64 BC. And Hanukkah celebrates the purification of the temple that had been polluted by the Greeks. The Jews rebelled, led by the Maccabees family. Judah Maccabee, the hammer was his nickname. They rebelled. They recaptured Jerusalem. They purified the temple and got all of the, impure, crass Greek stuff out of there. Their dynasty didn't go great. Just no two ways about it. The same corruption that had plagued the old northern and southern kingdoms in the Bible and the Old Testament plagued this short-lived dynasty. And the widow's mite is kind of evidence of how well it didn't go.
You're holding it up, and it looks like a little burnt piece of bacon.
It looks like
Bako.
a bad cornflake at the bottom of the box that didn't get baked quite right.
Yeah, it's not even round; it's square. If you flip it over, it looks like Alabama shape-wise. It's
I guess I can see it.
Yeah. By the way, this is exactly what I wanted to happen. Just seeing you say all that right there, with your eyes looking at me with the excitement, and you just rattled that off the dome. Had no idea this was going to happen. That's exactly what I wanted. So I was kind of giving you a present, but I kind of wanted you to give me a present back, and you
Happy
did.
to oblige.
Yeah,
that's great.
It's just really cool to know that this is like something you really enjoy.
Yes.
And okay, so here it is. So this is a Jewish coin, the widow's mite, a bronze lepton, king of Judea, 103 to 76 BC. It says the King Alexander. I don't know. It says a bunch of stuff, but I can't read anything on that coin.
No. This
looks like trash.
But that's what makes the point. It's the worst coin that the poorest person could have tossed in. And Jesus is saying, this sincere gift of this piece of absolute garbage from a failed empire that's worth nothing means more than all of your arrogant, pretentious giving, because she had a right heart. The original audience would have known that. We have to work really hard to know that, to understand the weight of Jesus' words.
Yeah, because I thought a widow's mite was like a small penny, but it's not even that, dude. That's awful. And so,
cornflake.
All right, I'm reading from the card now from Smoky Mountain Relic Room. The coin referred to in Mark 12, 41 through 44 was the half pruta, as known in Greek as the lepton, first minted by Alexander Jannaeus in 103 BC. These coins were of very low value and were used only in the poor province of Judea. At the time of Jesus, it took 48 leptons to buy a loaf of bread. They were mass-produced by casting the flans in strips and then carelessly striking the crude flans with even crude dyes. With even crude dyes. Little attention was paid to their quality, and most are far off center.
Well, this certainly matches that description.
I mean, it's an ancient coin that I bought for $15. It's a 2,000-year-old coin I bought for $15 today.
Yeah, a 2,000-year-old Bible coin.
Yeah.
But
do you think that's actually a coin or just like something?
No, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. I've seen these before. That's it. But all these coins, it's the same with this. It's all about the story. The metal value is great. Fancy people say, well, the numismatic value is what makes it valuable.
Yeah, say that word again.
Numismatic.
Numismatic value.
Not pneumatic, different.
Mm-hmm.
You get laughed at.
Mm-hmm.
The value of the coin is this. Well, yeah, you get a coin book out that says what everything is worth. That's boring. What that little number in the coin value book is really about is story. Does it tell a beautiful story? Is it beautiful to look at? So we just randomly pick one out of the middle. This is the Gordian III coin. Well, it tells the story of what power looked like in Rome in 240 AD. That's how he wore his crown. It tells the story of fashion. It tells the story of the end of Roman power in the West before it moved east, because coins quit coming out of Rome that looked like this just a couple years, just 2 reigns later. This didn't happen in the West anymore. This is right at the end. And on top of that, his name's Gordian. Gordian is a town in Turkey with a legend about the Gordian knot. I mean, it's an old physics legend that's kind of like the sword in the stone with King Arthur, and no one could sever the Gordian knot or untie it, and whoever could would rule the world, said the prophets of yore. Who came to do it? Alexander the Great. And according to legend, he saw the knot and he's like, give me a sword. And he just cut through it like a man instead of fiddling with it like a pansy.
Yeah,
And everybody was like, how did none of us think of that before? You shall be king of everything. And so just to take the name Gordian even is a nod to centuries of Greek Anatolian myths and Alexander the Great and a name for conquerors and legend. It's just a coin, but the picture on it and the name of it conjure 100 layers of the story we all share, whether we all know the details or not. It's the story that makes them awesome. It's the story that makes them a privilege to hold in your hand. And then after that, you get to imagine who designed that, who struck it, why did they make him look like that? Was it a good day striking coins? Was it a good mix on the silver that day? Did he feel good, the guy who struck this, when he went home and his wife asked how his day went? Was he like, you would not believe it? 1,500 years from now, people are going to be holding this coin and marveling at my work, and they won't even know my name.
Yeah, that's a good point. This was a good silver alloy day.
Yeah.
It looks cool. How much modern silver do you think is in that? Like, the amount of silver in that today is probably worth what?
I'd say that's 1/10 of an ounce.
Yeah.
In there. Yeah. So
$7.
Yeah. $7-8.
Yeah. Today.
Melt value.
Silver's going crazy.
But you don't melt these.
No, you don't. That's it, buddy. So you've got this is just really fun to see you with your new
Yeah.
What I want you to be able to draw a number line from some point in history that you pick and just go forward. Because I think eventually I think you're going to do that anyway. But I think it'd be really cool. I want one of the silver ones that don't plug the gap, but
all right.
I might get another one if these all are in a line.
You pick.
No, I don't care. Tell me what you got there. Just go left or right.
Here we go. We have the widow's mite featured in the Bible. And when you see it, the Bible makes more sense than if you haven't seen it.
Give me the dates.
Late Hasmonean. What does this say? 103 to 76 BC.
Okay.
Could be. That sounds about right. Then we have something dredged out of the Thames. So this is one of the little garbage coins that they used on the frontiers between the 1st and 4th century to build Roman Britain, to build Bath. So that's cool and all.
Give me some dates on that.
1st to 4th century. So it might be contemporary with Jesus, might be contemporary with Constantine.
So we don't really know.
No. And
Okay.
that's just a product of the chemical processes that this has been subjected to, living in the mud at the bottom of the Thames.
Got a question mark there. Okay. Next.
Then we have Julia Augusta. And this one's interesting because it kind of belongs here because it's portraying the
Here
first. Sorry, what am I doing? This is an audio medium, Destin.
It is.
So people can't see it. So this goes between the widow's mite and the Roman Thames, Roman Britain coin in some ways because it depicts the first empress of Rome, which is amazing. My first ever ancient coin was a depiction of an empress of Rome.
That's awesome.
My first ever was a coin representing Helena, the mother of Constantine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So kind of this goes back here historically, but in terms of when it was struck, it goes after the coin from the bottom of the Thames. So we have widow's mite, coin from the Thames. Then we have Julia Augusta, which will ballpark at 200 AD.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Gordian III, which we can absolutely dial. And I've heard of this coin. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it. And this is 240 to 241 AD. And it's gorgeous. Kind of represents the end of the good times in the Western Roman Empire. Then we have Philip I, nicknamed Philip the Arab, I think. Does it say that?
Yeah, it said that. Yeah.
Okay. This is dates, apparently they've got it nailed down to 247 AD. I didn't realize it was that precise. And it's beautiful, every strand of hair. And he's wearing the exact same crown Gordian wore. That's pretty cool too. You can detect. He just took the one off his head and put it on his.
Mhm.
That's pretty cool. Then this one was struck somewhere between 284 and 305. Looks like they don't know when, but this is the Diocletian coin, murderer of Christians and resuscitator of a dying empire. Beautiful coin. That's the one with the desert patina. And then we jump forward, and I don't know enough about Byzantium.
1,000 years, yeah.
Maybe a few hundred years. I just don't know enough about Byzantium, and I can't make out the Greek on the coins other than that. Other than what you pointed out, I can't make out any of it. So, yeah, let's put these both. We'll just shoot the middle. Their guess is 600 to 1100 AD. Let's just put them both at 800, and we'll shoot the middle kind of.
All right, so what I've got here is you've got a coin somewhere 103 to 76 BC. There's a big gap Then we get to 200 AD. And then you've got some spotty years in there, 240 to 241. I think that one's cool because we know exactly when that is.
Amazing.
And then we've got 247, and then we jump over to 284 to 305, and then we jump forward to 800. So in my mind,
It's rain.
oh, it's rain?
Yeah.
I was wondering what's the noise?
You hear it?
Yeah, I do. I was like, I thought something went wrong with our recording.
I saw you look really nervous.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening? In my mind, I could imagine back at your house, you could figure out a way to develop this historic number line. I thought that would be fun to suggest to you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna, if I may, and I know you need to get running here. Final thought for me, just on what I'm looking spread out in front of me that you've given me. This also tells the story of
I can see it too.
the Ark.
Yeah, because you've got this period in the middle where things are great and shiny and it's working. And then over here, these dumpy Byzantine coins, like you can see the beauty ramp up and then you can see the beauty ramp down.
Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Do you know who shut down the Hasmonean dynasty in Judea?
Dude, no.
Pompey.
Oh, Pompey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They asked him to come sort out a dynastic problem they were having between inheritors to the throne. And he's like, yeah, sure, I'll just swing by with my legions. And then he was like, okay, I think we're solved here. You know what? What if we never leave? And what if you don't have an independent kingdom again until 1948? Yeah, we'll just go with that. So that's what happened.
Wow.
That's how the map got reset to what it is at the beginning of the New Testament.
And so then you see the Roman Empire ramp up,
Correct.
ramp back down.
So this is a story of Roman expansion. The might is. Then we get the coin that covers, this fills in our 1 AD to maybe as much as 350 AD space. This coin dug up from Roman Britain. And this tells the story of Roman expansion as well. So to me, this coin right here, this widow's mite tells the story of Pompey and his expansion. The next coin tells the story of Julius Caesar, his frenemy, and his expansion. And their rivalry is what made us lose the Roman Republic and transition into the Roman Empire under the leadership of Julius Caesar's godson, Octavian, or Caesar Augustus, whose wife is depicted in this next coin right here. And then they set in motion an economy that would actually make more people rich. It moved people out of slavery and into land ownership. You could leave slavery in the Roman Empire. You could graduate from it. Silver is a big part of the reason. It's complicated, but real metal makes people real rich. And so then in the middle coins that you've got here, Gordian and Philip from the mid 200s, this is like the last gasp before Rome, as you think of Rome, in Rome ends. And then right here, Diocletian, look at how the coin is deteriorating.
Mm-hmm.
This is the very end of it. The next meaningful emperor after Diocletian, not literally next, but the next meaningful emperor shortly thereafter is Constantine. Rome moves east and it never comes back west. And that takes us into the Byzantine Empire, which these last two coins are representative of. Constantine was the first Christian emperor. He went and established something that would grow into a Christian empire in the East, for better or for worse. It tells this beautiful story of history, and you just gave me that as a gift, and I gave you a big mouth Billy Bass.
I enjoyed this, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank me very much. Are you kidding me? This is the awesomest, dude.
No, dude, I didn't know.
I'm just in awe.
No, man, this was all thanks to Jacob and Augustus at the Smoky Mountain Relic Room.
And a bunch of people who decided to pay to support a podcast that's free.
Yeah, exactly. I'm grateful because, I don't know, man, you just did all that off the dome. I would never have this in my life if we couldn't do this. And so I think it's so valuable. So I get a lot of non-metallic value from this, and I'm grateful. And I feel blessed. I feel blessed to do this. I'm sitting here looking at a table, and I've got some $50 that I got from the bank that I shouldn't have got. And I got all these coins that the patrons got for you. And I got you, my friend, right here, and that's worth more than gold. So I think this is great.
That means a lot. Yeah. Thanks for saying that.
Cool. Happy birthday, man.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Thank you.